Da, 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 da. I wanna stay in the spotlight.
It's time for In the Spotlight, where every story is a star and every resident is a VIP. Get ready to be inspired, entertained, and connected as we illuminate the incredible spirit of Joliet and our Southside communities together. This is In the Spotlight.
Hello and welcome to In the Spotlight. I'm your host, Nancy Burke, and we have a very special guest, a coach, a motivational speaker, and a trainer with over 2.5 decades of experience in the people business. Please welcome Marcus A. Wright. Hey, how are you, Marcus?
Hey, Nancy, I'm doing well. Good to see you.
It is so good to see you. It has been a minute. We were in our John Maxwell training way back in, 82 or it wasn't that long, but it was quite some time ago. Marcus and I met in Florida, believe it or not, at a conference, a John Maxwell conference. And out of all the people who were there, how many people would you say were there, Marcus?
It was
Several.
at least 2,000.
At least 2,000.
Yeah.
We somehow sit at the same table and we
Yes.
start talking, and it turns out we're neighbors, like practically neighbors, right? It's crazy. It was like providential for sure. We were meant
Yes.
to meet, and we've been friends ever since. So
Yes, we have.
very cool. Well, Marcus, the right mentality. I mean, it's like you were born to have this business. This is great. The right mentality. Tell me a little bit about the right mentality.
Wrightmentality is a coaching business, speaking business where we go to companies and individual people that need coaching so that they can understand themselves, but to also be able to do team building and executive coaching. So I take the DISC assessment from a personality perspective, adaptability intelligence, and emotional intelligence, mesh it all together, and that's the right mentality, because you go through that coaching and that training so that you become you when you're done, you're holistically ready to handle any situation, because now you know people, you understand the emotional side of it, and then you understand how to adapt to the rapid changes that we're dealing with in today's world, especially with AI really taking the forefront of the community in the world right now, right before our eyes.
Oh, is that the truth? Absolutely. AI is everywhere. So that really
Everywhere.
ties into emotional intelligence, huh? Tell me a little bit about how AI, what you've seen AI be, a tool, positive or negatively, in emotional intelligence.
Well, AI is so important because it does help us to write some things, to think some things, because we're all creative people, one way or another. Some are just a little more creative than others, but we're still all creative people, and we all have gifts that we've been given. So the thing is, when we're writing things out for people, or we're developing content for people to see, whether it's on all of this, any social media platform, when we get disconnected emotionally, we lose our self-awareness. So to be able to be self-aware when the AI is actually taking what you put into it to spit out the content that you need, it really tells a story about yourself. So they're very connected. The other side of that is the adaptability intelligence side of it, because AI is taking flight and there's no way to stop it. It's going to just continue to grow. So we as people must learn to adapt to this change that's coming, where the AI things are taking control of everything. So we have to now reevaluate our skills to become more emotional intelligent, but also more adaptability intelligent, in order to move into the next phase of the workforce, because things are going to change.
Oh my goodness, change is inevitable, that's for sure. Well, tell me a little bit about how you teach that. What is a day in the life of Marcus Wright when I sign up for your services? And we'll talk a little bit more about that, and how to do so on your website, marcusawright.com. But how do you teach that?
Well, I'm currently working with an energy company that's in Denver, Colorado. What I do is I went out there, visited with their leadership, listened to what some of the things that they were concerned about, and I met with a team of people to do a discovery session to really understand what their needs were and where they felt they needed improvement. Once we did that, I developed a curriculum for them where I took this adaptability and emotional intelligence and wrapped it all up to help them with conflict management, to help them with team building, to help them with leadership. And it's actually been going on for about a year now. And it's taken flight in that aspect where there's 3 different coaching modules that they go through. And we're in phase 2 of that right now.
So it's really tailored to each individual company or team.
If you've learned, if the latest statistic is 85% of the workforce is now wanting to, needing to switch jobs. So there's a
Mhm.
massive change in the workforce where people that have been sitting idle or working at one particular company for a while, now they're feeling that there's enough change out there. They're ready to make that leap to a new company or maybe even to a new title in the company, or potentially a new profession. What I do is I work with the individual, and depending on which direction we go, let's just take emotional intelligence. I coach them by giving them an assessment to understand where they are from an emotional intelligence perspective, which is called an EQI. And
Mhm.
I give them examples. Someone on my team, we give the assessment, we get the assessment back. We read it first, understand it, and then we have a conversation with the individual person that we're coaching. We provide them the assessment and we coach them through how they need to be from an emotional intelligence perspective, making decisions, working with different people, understanding themselves from a self-assessment perspective. So I look at all of that holistically and help them to get ready to tailor their resume or prepare them from a leadership position in the new company that they're going to, because emotional intelligence is the number one thing that is needed in the workforce today, more so
Mm.
than an intellectual intelligence.
I love that.
Intellectual, I'm sorry, intellectual quotient. Sorry.
Intellectual quotient.
Yeah, your IQ. It's way more important than your IQ.
Okay. So intellectual intelligence. Define that. If I look that up in the dictionary, how would you define intellectual or emotional intelligence? Define that for me. If I look that up in the
So emotional
dictionary,
intelligence is extremely simple. People think it's just, but it's a
it
very
sounds
simple
like
thing.
a really complex,
It's
complex.
complex when you get into it, but the definition of emotional intelligence, what it really means is your ability to understand your emotions, communicate your emotions, and actually effectively listen to someone else when they're explaining their emotions in order to come up with a solution. That's
Wow.
basically what it is.
That's huge. That's really that's probably very difficult for people to do just to
Yes,
understand other people's emotions because we don't even understand our own. How are we supposed to understand others, right? So that's
right.
where Marcus A. Wright comes in, huh?
Yes,
Helping
because the
to
first
separate
thing
your
that I do is I want them to understand themselves, which is the
'cause
first part of that EQ definition. Once you understand yourself, now we can start to work on when you're communicating with other people, what to recognize in a situation where someone is emotionally charged or you have to work with them because it's really about relationship.
Oh, everything is about relationship, isn't it?
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
So, well, an inner relationship, in relationship with yourself as well as a relationship with others as just said. This week's community spotlight shout out goes to Tom O from Worth. Tom's nephew Nick writes, "My uncle Tommy should be the community spotlight shout out because he dresses up as Mickey Mouse every week and goes to the children's hospital and delivers toys." Absolutely, Nick. We agree 100%. Tom from Worth, thank you so much for being a spotlight superstar. And this shout out goes out to you. Thank you for all that you do, bringing joy to children and their families in their time of need. Way to go, Tom from Worth. Keep shining your light bright and stay in the spotlight. That was cool, wasn't it? What a feel-good story. You can nominate your favorite person for a community spotlight shout out as well. Just go over to our website, wjol.com, click on air and then in the spotlight, and you can just fill out the form that says spotlight shout out. It's that easy. And if we choose your story,
will mention the nominee's name on air and the story, give them a quick shout out, a thank you. And that's all you have to do. Just go over to our website.
Time now for your Joyful Minute. Your encouragement for the day is coming up right after this.
When you download Music on a Mission, you will hear about my testimony and my battles with faith, but you will also hear stories about my time in service, my mission to put God and country back together, and of course, the music that inspires it all. If you'd like to find out more, please go to davebrayusa.com or download Music on a Mission anywhere music is sold.
Today's Joyful Minute is brought to you by Brian Hunt.
Hands down, one of my favorite scenes in Jesus' life is found in John 17. There we see Jesus pray for believers in some of his last words on earth. And last words are powerful things. They define what the person wants their loved ones to hear or the world to remember them by, and Jesus is no different. His final words are arguably some of the most powerful he ever spoke. He says them as he's walking with his disciples in John 17, verses 22 through 23. I have given them the glory that you gave me, that they may be one as we are one. I and them and you and me, so that they may be brought to complete unity. Then the world will know that you sent me and have loved them even as you have loved me. Of all the things that Jesus wanted to leave his disciples with to take to the world, he chooses unity. Why? Because unity is what holds the world together. If we're not united, we become untied. Two different words with the exact same letters, but drastically different in meaning by where the I is at. You see, if we choose to live a life centered on ourselves, the world unties. But when we live a life focused on each other, we become united. Jesus' last hope for the world was that we would love God and love each other in complete unity. So seek to honor Jesus' last words today by being united as one.
You've been listening to today's Joyful Minute, reminding you to keep equipping, encouraging, and empowering the world, one life and minute at a time. Whether you're tuning in from the comfort of your home, driving in your car, or listening on your favorite streaming platform, In the Spotlight, the first and third Mondays of the month, is not just a show, it's a celebration of our incredible communities. To nominate a Spotlight shout-out, a Southside business or local organization you want to see highlighted, visit us at WJOL.com and click On Air. In the Spotlight, the show that turns the spotlight on the incredible people and stories that make our communities shine.
We're back with Marcus Wright with Wrightmentality.
So how do we get this information? I see that you have a special, I guess you would call it a special, on your website. You could get a 21 questions of extraordinary goal setting for free. Is this right?
Yes.
Okay, so all you have
Yes.
to do is just go to marcusawright.com and you can fill out this little questionnaire and you can get a 21 questions to extraordinary goal setting free. Wow.
Yes.
That's huge. So how do we other than going to your website, signing up, is that all we have to do and then we get a phone call, or do you have a list of places you're going to be? How can we get in touch with you?
So you will get an email from me. It will automatically be generated. So you need to check your spam which is great. If your internet service protects you, what you should from an email perspective with everything that's going on, you will get an email. It could be in a spam. If it is, you just go get it out of there. But you fill that out, and it's really for you to be able to understand what your goals are. If you want to go further than that, you can definitely reach me on all social media at actually Wrightmentality. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Those are the three that I use the most. My professional, you can find me professionally at LinkedIn at Marcus A. Wright on LinkedIn, and you'll see me there. But again, my website is marcusawright.com. But you will actually get a phone call or an email right away to let you know if you want to pursue further.
Wonderful.
And I do give assessments in all of those areas.
It all starts with yourself, your mindset, your emotional intelligence, your heart, your everything. It all starts. And how beautiful that you can take and help people. You're a servant. You help people realize things about themselves so that they can have relationships with other people and be successful and thrive.
Yes.
And I think we can all, appreciate and learn something from you, Marcus. Thank you so much for being here. We have some fun that we're going to do now before we wrap things up.
And now it's time for Top That, where you have to guess the top answer to this category.
Original U.S. colonies. Now, this is how this works, Marcus. So I gave them the category, original U.S. colonies, right? They have to tell me the top answer. Now, obviously, there's 13 original colonies, so all 13 answers are a possible right answer. They need to give me the one I'm looking for. So it's called Top That. So with that being said, we're going to play Top That. Top That. I hope you're ready. You're not going to win any prizes, but you know what? We do have a category for some of our listeners. Hopefully they will go on social media. They can go on our website at wjol.com and click on air, and they can enter their guess. But right now, this one is just for you. I'm giving you a category and you need to give me the top answer. Now, there's going to be lots of right answers. I want the top one. Okay. The category is desert animals.
Desert animals. Okay.
Yeah. Animals that live in the desert. Any guesses?
A camel.
That is one, but it's not the one I'm looking for. A camel is good. Good guess. Good guess. Any other animal?
I can't think of the spider. There's a spider. There's a desert spider. I can't think of the name of it.
There's a lot of desert spiders, but I'm not looking for a spider. So you can go on.
Not looking for a spider.
Nope.
Oh my goodness.
I know it's tough. It's tough. We should go to the phones and see if anybody can guess this one.
Oh no.
I am looking for rattlesnake.
Oh.
So some of the animals are camel. Good job. You did say that one. Scorpion, prairie dog, roadrunner, etc., etc. But the top answer I was looking for is rattlesnake. You would think camel was actually that would have been.
I would have thought that was top.
No, yeah, that would have been my guess on that one. Let's play one more round, okay? All right. The category or phrase is a reason you might send someone a card. What is a reason you might send someone a card?
Birthday.
Oh, that's a good one, but not the answer I'm looking for.
Christmas.
No. Yes, but no.
Anniversary.
Oh, getting warmer. Getting warmer.
Mother's Day.
Nope. These are really good guesses, though. Keep going. Keep going. You're so
the
close.
4th of July.
When did you ever get a card?
I don't know. I'm just let me think. Not birthday. I mean, I would have thought birthday was it.
Birthday is a really good answer, but you did say anniversary, and I said that was really close. So where else would you give
wedding anniversary?
Okay, okay, I'm gonna accept that answer. It's wedding. You said wedding anniversary. So, but you know what? I'm gonna say that you got that one right. Ding, ding, ding. Good job. That's how you play the game. Way to go.
Awesome.
So now this category is for the listeners only, so we're not gonna guess.
Okay.
Again, everybody, you're gonna go on Facebook, Instagram, on our website at wjol.com, click on air, then in the spotlight to enter your guess, and you're going to get an amazing little WJOL swag pack. That's right. That's what you get for the right answer. Nice. I want the top answer to this Top That category. Original U.S. colonies. Now, I'll give you a hint. There's 13 of them. There's 13 original colonies. I want the top answer. One answer. So go ahead. Head online to wjol.com, to Facebook at WJOL 1340 WJOL on Instagram. Enter your guess. And if you have the right answer, and amongst those right answers, we're going to pick one winner and you win the prize. It's that easy. How fun is that? How fun is that? Well, Marcus, it was great talking to you today. And will you remind our listeners again how we can get in touch with you?
You can reach me on LinkedIn at Marcus A. Wright. All social media, in all honesty, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Wrightmentality, exactly the way you see it here. And My website is marcusawright.com or thewrightmentality.com. Either one.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now you heard it right from Marcus A. Wright. If you want emotional intelligence, if you want a better life, if you want to build yourself up, be a leader, be a better person, be the best you that you can be, start with Marcus A. Wright because he has the right mentality. Marcus, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me, Nancy. It was such a pleasure.
Take care.
If you can't listen to us while we're live, remember to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at 1340 WJOL. You can listen to the replay there. Or if you're traveling outside of our listening area, you can always listen to us at WJOL.com. Just click on air and then in the spotlight. There are a lot of people who make this show possible. So thank you to Scott Slocum, Terry Christensen, Colin Darchevsky, Katie Robert, and a very special thank you to our Chief Engineer Extraordinaire, Scott Childers. And of course, thank you to my guest, Marcus Wright with Wrightmentality. It's been a pleasure. And don't forget, you are loved, you are special, and you belong to the WJOL family. So until next time, my friends, remember to always stay in the spotlight.
To nominate a spotlight shout-out, a Southside business, or local organization you want to see highlighted, visit us at WJOL.com and click On Air. In the Spotlight, the show that turns the spotlight on the incredible people and stories that make our communities shine.
Spotlight.